Today, I'll be breaking down a wealth management firm based out of Dallas, Texas. Now, on paper, over the past 5 years, their assets under management has actually dropped over 10%. Yet when I look deeper under the hood, there's a very different story being told. This firm is actually positioned for growth in the coming years, and the data supports that. So let's get into exactly why. The firm we're breaking down today is called Promus Advisors. Again, they're based out of Dallas, Texas, and they are a subsidiary of Bellwether Investment Management. And this is their website, very clean, pretty straightforward, very articulate about their services, the promise, the commitment that they're providing for their clientele, as well as some background on the Bellwether network. Now, let's dive into their 5-year analysis of their ADV filings. Back in 2022, they had around $430 million in assets under management. Fast forwarding to 2026, they've dropped to $385 million. Now, again, the first stat we looked at was overall AUM growth. It's actually down nearly 11%. And the reason why I'm actually not too concerned about this, outside looking in, someone might say, oh, they dropped in 10%. That's a red flag. But in reality, I think the deeper story is they've gone from one advisory employee up to 4 now. Quadrupling headcount is no easy task, and going from one sole advisor to now a team of 4 and maintaining a relatively stable 5-year period is no easy feat. So I think there's some kudos there that needs to be shared. That usually signifies that the clients and the services they're providing to those clients are very happy with the service that they're being provided with. And so Promus Advisors has operational efficiency. They have a strong service and built strong relationships with their clientele. They can handle more assets under management. And on top of that, their practice also shows great strength in the ability to serve and provide for these clients. The average client size is looking at nearly 1.5 million, which is very, very difficult to maintain. From the advisors I've usually spoken with, they're trying to reach and break the 1 million average client size mark, as opposed to already surpassing that, nearly reaching 1.5 million. In terms of the capacity diagnostics, I wouldn't look too deep into some of these conclusions that the initial first pass is going through. Essentially, a lot of this is talking about, Promus Advisors. They've added advisors, but their AUM has not proportionally increased with the amount of advisors. But again, that's looking at it from a lens of having the added advisors coming in with their own book of business. In reality, it seems like Promus Advisors is trying to position their team and build out the internal infrastructure to handle scale. So over time, these advisors will be increasing their capacity. They will be getting more clientele and a larger total AUM. But right now, they've been building the internal operations and the efficiencies that are required to achieve that scale. Now, what I will focus on is the positioning audit framework. So right now, there isn't really much of a client qualification or niche that's established, and we'll look deeper into that onto their website. But this is something to look out for as they start to look at scaling. Who are they actually serving, right? If their average client size is nearly 1.5 million, these are high net worth individuals. And so the type of positioning and messaging required for that is going to be different. Now, this is actually where Promus Advisors has a really strong advantage. They're not just talking about serving high net worth individuals or clients that have over 1 million in assets. They're actually doing it. In their own book, their average client size, again, is nearly 1.5 million. Not a lot of RIAs can actually say that. And so they have the experience, they have the understanding of that type of client size and what they need and what their desires and requirements are. So they can speak a lot to that through their own personal anecdotes. Now, one thing I really want to highlight going back to their website is the great job they're doing with their insights. I looked at one of their most recent blog posts, and this is titled The Horizontal Wealth Transfer, Money Flows Sideways First, where they break down the generational wealth transfer that everyone's talking about, but going even deeper to that and then signaling specific pain points. For example, the surviving spouse's penalty when wealth is transferred from the primary holder to the surviving spouse and then eventually to the next generation. And so breaking this down specifically is pinpointing a pain point for the exact profile that they're looking for, the exact type of client they're wanting to work with. So this is going to be a great opportunity to, one, continue on providing their own unique personal insights into different topics, and then two, utilizing this as their foundational content to spread awareness, whether that be through more blog posts, maybe a podcast, maybe video, whatever it may be, repurposing this amazingly great blog post. Truly, it's really refreshing to see, which is why I wanted to point this out. Most of what I see is canned content where you can just copy and paste a blog post and thousands of other firms show up. But you do that for this post, and this is the only one from what I saw of a brief review and brief research. So big kudos to the team on that. Now, shifting over to their Google presence, I always want to look at this. I searched up Promus Advisors, and their Google business profile shows up first, which is fantastic. There are a couple of areas of opportunity here to really update this and make a stronger presence known for their firm. One, I would say, is just to update the pictures. And then on top of that, the bigger opportunity here is utilizing some reviews. It's very clear that your clients enjoy working with you and you provide a great service for your clientele. So it's really important to showcase that in the form of Google reviews. The last thing I look at is always ChatGPT now, especially given the AI boom and answer engine optimization. So let's go ahead and type in financial advisor in Dallas, Texas, and see who shows up. Doing a quick search, Dallas, Texas fiduciary wealth management. If you're looking for it, it looks like Chase Gorman, Edel Financial Engines, Tolson, Texas, Strata certified. Oh, look here. This is fantastic. This is phenomenal. So Promus is already showing up. They're already getting pulled up for a specific niche. And I think that's something that they should continuously lean more into. Again, serving high net worth families, showcasing that you don't just talk the talk, but you actually do serve high net worth families and what they're actually saying about the service that they're receiving. And then on top of that, the tax and succession planning needs. This is more specific, right? You're talking to a specific pain point. The more content that you're able to provide on this at the forefront, the stronger resonance you'll get with that ideal clientele profile. So overall, the Google presence as well as the AEO presence is quite strong, which is a great sign for Promus Advisors. I think where you can really leverage this is starting to look at a targeted campaign, specifically targeting at this horizontal wealth transfer, the surviving spouses and the specific pain points that they're seeing. This will be a really great opportunity for a campaign for you guys. And so there you have it. There's a quick breakdown on Promus Advisors and why I think it's actually well positioned to be growing in the next couple of years. We've seen that they've gone from 1 advisor to now 4, increasing their actual internal capacity. They have an exceptional track record of being able to provide exceptional services to high net worth individuals or families. On top of that, they're already showing up on Google search as well as answer engine optimization. These AI models have already identified that Promus Advisors specialize in high net worth communities as well as tax and succession planning for especially this next generation of wealth inheritors. Let me know your thoughts if you agree or disagree, and if you like the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you on the next one.